A tan hut and a happy holidays, a Merry Christmas, a happy Hanukkah, and a happy Kwanzaa to those folks out there in my racehorse land. Nick Hines, the Sarge, call me Saint Sarge for the day, reporting for duty. Pleasure to be here and welcome to this special edition of a holiday celebration, if you will, for My Racehorse Live, My Racehorse TV. And of course, as you well know, entries have been taken for opening day at the Great Race Place, which is the gift, the best gift the day after Christmas, of course, on Saturday, September 26th. And Collusion Illusion entered into the Grade 1 Malibu Stakes, drawing post edition number 1 of 6 with Flavian Pratt for trainer Mark Glatt. Excited, of course, to be here. And I want to remind you folks throughout the show, let us know where you're tuning in from. Where are you celebrating, of course, this holiday week? Without further ado, I want to welcome in my comrades and, of course, my partners here on the My Racehorse show. Hannah, of course, the hostess with the mostest and all things social media. And over there, Joe Moran, our West Coast racing manager, and Joe Mishak, operations manager. Merry Christmas, happy holidays, and all that good stuff.
Happy holidays.
Yeah, happy holidays, Saint Sarge. That's what's going to be my new nickname for you.
I'm running to the jockey club right now and putting a hold on that one.
I like that.
Hopefully, for the next 30 minutes or so of this show, my head might melt down, but it may not be a bad thing to kind of diminish or whatnot. As far as I'm so excited about the fact that this year there's so much to be thankful for and grateful for as being part of the My Racehorse team. And as you all know, it's been a roller coaster, and to the partners and the shareholders that have endured the journey, because it's both been, greatly positive, but there have been some bumps and negatives along the road. And of course, at the end of the day, hoping that everybody stays safe and healthy. And of course, Merry Christmas to JM out there in Washington, D.C. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we've got a big day coming up on Saturday. And, we got 2 horses entered with Wayno in the undercard. Of course, we'll touch on that race in a moment. But the Grade 1 Malibu, boy, this is a race that, kind of parallels the Met Mile, Joe Mishak, in reference to, hey, if you win the Malibu, it can certainly stamp your chances in the breeding shed. Although he's already a Grade 1 winner, this would be a huge step forward.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it was kind of, if I recall, kind of into mischief. He won. Or maybe I'm thinking of the futurity, but certainly an important race that is kind of the sire stamping potential for those going to the breeding shed. So yeah, very, very tough race. Definitely kind of like the Breeders' Cup Classic we talked about beforehand. One of the most competitive Breeders' Cup Classics in recent years, and this is certainly one of the most competitive Malibus I've seen in recent years, with the likes of Charlatan coming back, and obviously the powerhouse that we know Nashville is in his few starts, and obviously the talented Thousand Words, who you never know what you're going to get with him, so it's always dangerous one way or another. And Independence Hall obviously showed a lot of talent later last year in his 2-year-old campaign and earlier this year. And obviously it puts us in, I think, a good stalking position. And we'll see how the pace unfolds. Obviously, we're hoping for a very, very fast pace to run into coming down the lane.
Yeah, if you look at the history of this race, dating back to 1980, the likes of Spectacular Bid, even beyond that, J.O. Tobin, the horse that essentially took Seattle Slew off the kilter at Hollywood Park back in the day. But, even last year, Omaha Beach, which essentially that Malibu victory ascended him right into the breeding shed there at Spendthrift Farm. Joe Moran, I know that you've been up close and personal with Collusion Illusion and our trainer, Mark Glatt. And, what's the vibe going in? As we had talked about in last week's show, I appreciate the fact that he's developed. The horse has actually shown some additional valuable weight, and the attunement that he's shown, I think, is a positive as well. I mean, I know he drew the rail of 6, but it is a 6-horse field. So what's the anticipation from the trainer in this case?
Yeah. Obviously we were hoping to draw, 4, 5, or 6. We were anticipating 6 horses in this field. That was the ideal goal. But being, like you said, a short field, there is speed. He's a horse. He's won from the rail before. So it's not, it's not the end of the world. It was just trying to get the thing to help him the most. So there's enough speed where he should be able to break. We have Flavian Pratt. It's his home course. Everything's going his way. And my favorite part, after his last work on Saturday, Flavian Pratt, when he was coming back through the tunnel into the paddock, he said this is the best work he's ever had with him. So he's worked him, I want to say, probably 5 or 6 times, maybe even more in his career. And he said he's coming into this race, doing better than ever. So, it all comes down to Trip. Let's hope we get a clean break. We can get off the rail and the pace goes hot for us and we can come closing. The one thing I'll say is the track in the past week or so seems to be playing a little demanding. So I'll say if those horses go fast early, it's going to set up for someone coming closing.
Oh, I think when you look at the paper race, again, the fact that we're going 7/8 of a mile and you look through the group, no one is even gone the distance outside of the Independence Hall. He's drawn outside. So essentially he may be the horse that could possibly get first run. But I would agree. Bob Baffert with Charlatan, he's been speaking his praises since the horse has been coming back and training forwardly. There's no doubt in my mind that he's not going to let Nashville get too far away. So hopefully those two link up. We're sitting a comfortable 4th. We swing and come nail them when the time comes. So that's great, positive information. And the reports going forward to this Saturday's Grade 1 Malibu. Post time approximately 3:51 p.m. And I just wanted you to quickly touch on Joe Mishak, Wayne O, because I know that you've been in contact with our partner, Mark Martinez, along with Phil D'Amato. First time gelding. It looks like a competitive race, but I must say 15-1 morning line looks a nice way to pad your bankroll on opening day.
Yeah, we're hoping so. Obviously, we touched on the first time gelding aspect. We had a horse earlier or late last year and into this year, Power Up Painter. He gelded first time out and ran very impressively. And so it is a valid handicapping angle. We touched on how we think it kind of helped, free up his action on his hind end after the gelding. And I think it was a really good draw here on that new turf course. A lot of speed tucked into his inside. It gives him the option to sit back and hopefully be, 2.5 off, I think, and leave it to Ricky to, put him in a good spot. And, we'll see what we got here. And first time gelding. And so I'm looking forward to it in more than one way here.
All right. Well, that's post time for that particular race is 1:37 Pacific. That's the 6th race on the card, an 11 race card. And a reminder, first post opening day at Santa Anita, 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. for those out there in the East and 11 in the Midwest. Joe Moran, we move on to another update. And I was fortunate enough to have been out the other morning to watch him train with you. Tizamagician, looking at the handicap picture rolling on into 2021, this is a horse that still has that twice other than condition. The sky could very well be the limit for a horse that looks to be on the up and up.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And here we're going to take a look at his work from 2 weeks ago. And this was December 14th, I believe. And he's come back really well. He's on the inside here. He's working with a stakes place sprinting mare, Amuse, which has impressed Richard Mandela, working him being a route horse, working with a sprint stakes place mare. She's always been a good workhorse. She kind of took over, going into the turn, and he took over late here, and it's just been traveling great since he's coming back. I don't want to say it surprised Richard Mandela, but you could tell he's excited of late. And then after this work, we're going to watch his last work, and he is just, I want to say, on the muscle. He comes out on the track. He's put on good weight. Every morning you see him galloping. He's always been a feel-good horse. We've seen him. I don't want to say he's run off, but he's want to try to. When he's out there and he's feeling good, he'll be on the muscle in the mornings. And then we're going to see this next workout if we can get it pulled up. And he went 5/8 minute flat with the Muse again, and he was on the outside. And I love the way he finished. He was under no pressure, under a hold under Mary, and you could just tell he was traveling great the whole way. So the great sign, he'll hopefully have one more work, and he's going to be pointing to January 2nd at Santa Anita. It's twice other than allowance race, going a mile and a 16th on the dirt. And we're going to be excited to see him back in action. So it looks like a great spot for him to be productive. And we're ready to see what he's got going into his 4-year-old campaign.
Yeah, I think when you consider the fact that, he did finish that second in the Grade 3 Tokyo City with the foot issue that he'd had, which essentially defected him out of the marathon for the Breeders' Cup undercard. those last two works, as you mentioned, a minute flat, second best of 48 on December 21st, and a fifth best of 62 of 47 and 4, which, it is signs that he's certainly hitting on all cylinders. So that's a great update. And, Papa Mandela, as you mentioned, seems to be ultra positive. So,
and one other thing, if I can touch on it real quick, I don't want to interrupt you, but we always talk about horses that come around time of year. We talked with Swiss Minister, one thing where he always, when you looked at his form, wins come in a certain time of the year. It doesn't hurt. Edition won last year, New Year's. We're running the second of the year, so hopefully the time of year always helps.
All right. Well, we'll look forward to that, and likely we'll have another. You say a work or two, and then possibly a twice other than allowance. Correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. So that is Tizamagician, and certainly a horse that could have a say. And the nice thing with him is the fact that he's proven that he can move on and get that additional ground. All right. I wanted to revert back to Hannah. I think there were some questions that have come in from the folks out there, whether they're just fans of My Racehorse or perhaps shareholders are tuning in on this Wednesday, kind of a pre-Christmas show. And just a reminder, we will have the My Racehorse live enrolling on opening day out there at the Great Race Place, and it'll be fun to be on campus with you, Hannah.
Yeah, well, I'm looking forward to it. I know I'm going to bring on Mishak really quick. We've received a few questions about any new horses available soon. Can you give us any hints?
Yeah, well, I think quite a few of our passionate shareholders have done some digging and found what's coming down the pipeline. So I won't ruin. I kind of like the surprise of seeing what's on the site for a lot of shareholders out there. But obviously, we've been working on quite a few new acquisitions with Spendthrift Farm and SF Racing, SF Bloodstock, a very prominent owner in leader in this industry, and super pumped to join forces with them. Obviously, have accomplished a lot of things. They obviously were an Authentic early on, and obviously in Justified, and a slew of other great horses. One thing we are doing differently in this next set of offerings that you'll see in the upcoming days and weeks is it's called a lease to write, and lease to race, excuse me. And it's actually a very positive thing, not a negative thing, contrary to a few things I've seen on social. And so really want to caution those out there that are interested in the new offerings to take a look at the email we put out explaining what's different in the leases versus true regular offerings that we've put out there in the past. And I think you'll really enjoy the benefits that a lease can give you, especially with these really awesome horses we're about to pump out there.
Yeah, well, I'm definitely excited to see what's coming soon. I think this is actually a good time too to plug the gift cards we have. I think we'll be able to show those on the screen here in a second. But with that answer, it's a good idea to still go out and get those gift cards online. Really exciting for the holidays, and you still have plenty of time. It's Christmas in 2 days, so plenty of time to give that gift to your friend who loves My Racehorse and loves getting involved. So I think good timing as they're being shown on the screen. And another question, Mishak, I think a lot of questions about naming for the Future Stars bundle. Yeah,
so definitely in the past we've said around the turn of the year. So we're still under that same timeline here. We'll look to get the naming contest going here after the first of the year, and we'll submit all the rules and things that you can do to submit really good names and names that haven't been used by prior owners before and reserved by the Jockey Club. So just keep an eye out on your updates and email around the beginning of the year, and we'll look forward to getting rid of those 19s at the end of the names and giving them their official names as they head to the track.
Yeah, I'm excited. Sarge will be. You never know.
Jane Sarge.
Hey, hoorah. I love it. I mean, naming horses is like one of the most enjoyable experiences. But I will tell you that, like, when you go into the query essentially and look at the names that have already been taken, it can be so frustrating because in your mind, like, this is the perfect name. And you go and it's already been taken.
Or you're like, well, I'm so original with my thinking, and then it was taken 20 years ago. So definitely keep the job.
Story. But that's part of the experience, right? But I know that there are going to be some great names that come in, as we've had some horses that have been named in the past, and whether it be the naming contest or in-house, it's been a fun a fun ride indeed. All right, so the gift cards, as far as the gift cards are concerned, Hannah, just real quick, is it just one of those where they get a card and there's a barcode and they just have to punch it in, or they can scan it in somehow?
Yeah, it's a virtual gift card, so everything's there on your computer or phone or however you buy it. Super simple to do. And if you go, I know I've received a few questions about where to find them. The easiest way is if you go to our website, just the homepage, and you scroll all the way down. Oh, thank you. To the homepage, not the update page. Yeah, there. If you scroll all the way down, there's a little section for gift cards. I think there might be a little delay in our share capabilities.
Bottom of the screen on the homepage. Yep.
Bottom screen of the homepage, click on gift cards. It'll take you right there. And plenty of time before Christmas. So get your gift cards. But I know we're all really excited for this premiere of the holidays video. So I think coming up next, right, Sarge?
I love it. Yes, absolutely. And of course, from our horsemen, trainers, owners alike, we have a little bit of a tribute for you, wishing each and every one of you out there a joyous holiday season. So let's check that out.
Wish happy holidays and Merry Christmas to all the MyRacehorse.com family. And how about that authentic, bringing our dreams come true? What a magnificent year we had with him. And let's keep it going. Let's keep this racing alive, and Happy New Year.
On behalf of the entire Fletcher stable, we'd like to wish all the MyRacehorse.com families and the owners a very happy holiday season. And most importantly, a very healthy and prosperous 2021. And hopefully lots of winners for everyone.
Hi, everyone. I'm Tom Amos. It's 2020, and the old adage is, in everything, give thanks. And one of the things I want to give thanks for this year is becoming a part of My Racehorse. This is a wonderful organization, and I'm so proud to be sharing with each and every one of you as we go into 2021. We've got some great athletes coming into the barn, and these are truly first-round draft picks. Horses that have great family pedigrees and really, really look the part. We're going to have a tremendous ride together, and I just want to wish each and every one of you happy holidays.
To all of My Racehorse people, happy holidays. Hope you have a great time and be safe.
This is Kevin Altsmeyer over at Silver Springs Training. This is Ambleside Park, part of the Future Stars 14. We all want to wish you happy holidays and a great new year.
We wish all the owners at My Racehorse a happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and all the best for the new year. Lots of winners.
Thanks to Sarge report for Goody. I just wanted to wish everyone out there at My Racehorse Land happy and healthy holiday. It's been an incredible year, and looking for bigger and better things to come 2021. Until next time, we'll see you in the winter circle. Be safe, everyone. Oh, I just couldn't help but laugh at myself in that segment. I want to thank Joe Moran. We were out at Santa Anita and just decided to work our way down there and say, hey, let's give out a greeting. But the masks are mandated, and of course we had to work through that. So truly has been a pleasure. And as I bring Hannah, Joe back in, I just look, I'm elated. It was a joyous experience to be part of that, and I thank you for that.
Yeah, that video was good. How can you not have a smile on your face after watching that?
All right. Well, Joe Moran, I guess if there were one Christmas wish or holiday wish that you had going into 2021, it could be a reflection. It could be a look forward. What's your vibe on 2021 and what happened this year?
Well, that's easy. I'm trying to win the Malibu. That's my Christmas wish. It's always been one of my favorite races. You take a look back a decade ago, 10 years ago, Twirling Candy, sire of Collusion Illusion, won the Malibu. So let's hope for a nice little post-Christmas present.
Joe Mishak?
It's hard to top that one, but I'm gonna go bigger again. I'm looking forward in about 4 or 5 months down the line. Let's do it again. Let's win another Derby. Like, hey, let's win a Kentucky Oaks for the first time.
Yep.
That'd be nice. But I'm just really thankful for all the My Racehorse shareholders out there and those looking. What a year it's been. Obviously, all of our dreams come true, winning the Derby with Authentic and the Breeders' Cup. But more importantly to me personally was interacting with especially some of the shareholders out at the Breeders' Cup, seeing what those wins meant to them really touched me, and put an emphasis on what we're trying to accomplish here, and we're going to work as hard as we possibly can to make more and more of those dreams come true in years about beyond.
I'll salute to that. What about you?
Well, it's definitely hard to top either of those, but I think kind of going off those sentiments, it was really great getting to meet some of our owners at Breeders' Cup this past year and being there in person, of course, with authentic winning. So, of course, I'm hoping for more wins and, when things kind of go back to normal, more meeting of the owners and everything and seeing that part of the experience.
We're looking to party, man.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I think it's one of those, and I have to tell you that there's a certain memory, and not being there, but I was there spiritually, watching our chief and boss, Mike Barron's, Joe Mishak, Joe Moran, and the celebratory jump after the Kentucky Derby under the Twin Spires. That is a memory that I'll forever cherish, knowing that we've come a long way in a short amount of time as being part of the My Racehorse team. I remember sitting down with Joe Mishak and Mike Barron's in the office here in California and talking about how is this an opportunity to grow and potentially bring new fans into the sport, to know that there were in excess of 5,000 partners involved with Authentic, and making their dreams come true, for me, is what life's all about. And it's it's that season, it's that time where you kind of cherish the reason for the season and giving thanks. But for me, having the opportunity to go out to the track, and actually when we get back to the track, meeting those shareholders and partners, and allowing and watching the community while it continues to grow. And it's been a tremendous one at that. And I look forward to 2021 in the sense that we continue to do these shows. They'll be greater. We'll have more guests. And as the partnership and the camaraderie continues to exponentially develop, I'll be happy to be part of the ride. It certainly has been magical thus far. All right. Well, that's going to be a wrap for today's, and a Christmas wrap with a bow on it for today's show. I want to wish each and every one of you out there a happy holiday, a Merry Christmas, and enjoy that time spent with your family. And above all, be safe, sane, and of course, choose wisely when you're out there in the crowds and whatnot. But I just want to thank you all for tuning in today. Look forward to opening day, and My Racehorse Live will be on the scene out there. Collusion Illusion at Grade 1 Malibu. Wayne O on the undercard. Until next time, we'll see you in the winner's circle. Happy holidays, everyone.
Happy holidays.